to have you join us tonight. We are calling you, and we're talking to you from sunny Sarasota. It's now evening now, but it's very hot here, about 80 for winter. Very pleasant, except for the virus thing going on. But other than that, we have, I'm delighted to have a special guest tonight. Let me just tell you about my website first, carolancarey.com, CarolanCarey. Be delighted for you to check out my website and get in contact with me. And I hope that you will consider me your spirit connection. Tonight, we have a wonderful guest with us tonight, Melissa Parks, psychic, intuitive, light worker, a whole bunch of things she does. And she's very impressive, her work. She tunes in, she gets all kinds of stuff. It's amazing. And her website is www.IamMelissaParks.com. Isn't that cool? Now that is right to the point. That's probably the best website name I have ever seen. So I think that is really smart. I wish I'd thought of it, but it's very smart. Thank you, Melissa, for joining us. What do you have for us today? What's going on in your world?
Hi, thanks for having me on your show, Carolan. I'm glad to be here. There's a lot of energy going on. There's a lot of stuff that's starting to take place. There's, there's lots of shifts going on out there. There's a lot of panic going on out there. There's a lot of people feeling everything. So we're here to help ground everyone. We're the calm of the storm. You know what I mean? So it's like, everything's going to be all right. We just have to get through everything and, just make sure we wash our hands and take care of everything.
And stock up on toilet paper or no? Do we need the toilet paper?
You know what? I don't think we have to stock up on it. I think you're going to use the same amount of toilet paper you've always used. So I don't think you have to stockpile it.
Isn't that wild?
Yes, I do think it is. I understand the cleaning supplies that they're out there grabbing and stuff, but that makes me kind of feel good because there's people out there that weren't cleaning that are cleaning now. So we're going to have a little bit cleaner earth. So that's a good sign. Yes.
Well, if it helps to keep some of this virus away from us, I'm all for it,
Yes, absolutely.
I hope it helps, and I hope they find a way to contain this. But anyway, so we'll send the energy out tonight to protect our town of Sarasota, at least, and our people, and make sure our community is safe from the virus buggies. What kind, you often give a talk about the energies and what's going on. What, in your opinion, is going on here with all this stuff? Well, like the fires in Australia, the presidential debates, the virus going on. What's going on here?
We would need a lot more than an hour for us to talk about all that.
Yeah.
But there's so many different things on so many different levels because we're used to looking at everything very linear, right? Right now they have us all wrapped up in all this fear of it all, right? They're having us wrapped up in, fear mode. Like, oh my God, we're all going to die. We're not all going to die. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
But there's so many different things, even in the political part, because, even with all this that's taking place, it's changing our supply demand. So we're bringing things back to the US that we've been getting everywhere else. So there's going to be steps that are being taken that's actually going to help us in the long run as all of this is taking place. And more of the truth is coming out in all of that too. So there's a lot of, things that have been hidden that are being exposed.
Like, for example, Harry, was it Harvey or Harry Weinstein?
Harry Weinstein and all of that. And then, there's a lot of that coming out. And then also out there in the public, Corey Haim or whatever his name, Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, whatever.
Yes.
The Rape of Two Coreys, that movie just came out. I've caught in some snippets of that. So there's a lot of things that are coming out and being exposed. And even the powerful, the elite, the celebrities have not always been good. So there's going to be some of that exposure as well. It all has to come out sooner or later. So, woo!
Since you're good at this kind of reading energy and stuff, if this isn't in your ballpark, you let me know. What do you think about Prince Harry and Meghan leaving the royal confine there? What do you think of that?
Well, okay. Well, on that one, I feel that they are departing for more reasons than the public knows. Because again, the truth doesn't always come out, so they have to
Right.
word things so it protects whoever. But I feel like it's almost like trying to break out of old traditions, right? Because the tradition's always that you grew up in that family, you have to keep doing this, you have to keep doing that. And they're young enough now, they're in that age group, right? Where they don't want to listen to that. They don't want to do that. See, and I'm getting lit up as I tell you this. So they're trying to break traditions. They're trying to break old rules, if that makes sense.
Trying to break their own path to financial security or whatever. Yeah.
Right. And they have enough financial security if they wanted it anyways, from everything that they've ever made. But if they, if the queen is going to strip them of all that, that just shows how greedy she is,
Yeah. Well, if they're not going to do royal duties, I guess, I guess she figures, I think she was kind of hurt by the whole thing. But it's interesting. I was just wondering I was wondering if any of it had to do with the Jeffrey Epstein thing and Prince Andrew. I was wondering if it had anything to do with that.
Well, it very well. They definitely want to distance themselves from that, but that's like the queen has already tried to do that. That's why she took away all his royal responsibilities, and now he's all lawyered up. You know what I mean? Yeah. But the truth has to come out, even with him. You know what I mean? Because he's done some bad things, and we don't have to get the playbook to know what they are. We've had just enough breadcrumbs to give us the full picture if we need it. Right. As long as we're not being blind and go, no, I didn't see that. And right. That's been the pattern through the lifetimes, right? We don't see that. It's all right. You can keep doing that. It's not okay anymore. We're all saying this is not okay anymore. So more of that's going to be exposed, and we will finally get the answers once the right people get the information to be able to give it to us. Because the people that are hiding behind all that information is much, 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 much bigger than just Jeffrey Epstein.
Right. Right. Well said. Yeah, I like when people read the energy. That's not my forte. So I like to know what's going on kind of globally. What is the best thing? We're getting some people, I think, want readings, which is very exciting. Cool. What is the biggest thing we can do in our communities or in our families or whatever to promote wellness and togetherness, and we're in this together? What can we do as individuals? What can we do? Is there a mantra? Is there a prayer? Is there a ritual? Is there something that we can do?
It's called unity. It's coming together and helping each other. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. It's about sharing the love. And that's the biggest part. And I want you to feel the energy as I talk about the love, right? Because they're lighting me up right now as I say that. Mm-hmm. It's about sharing that love. It's about that love vibration. It's about helping your fellow man and not trying to be the greedy or having your ego take place all the time. This is also to help shift that too, right? Because we've always been very ego based, and now it's time to shift more into that love vibration. And that's one of the ways that we're going to help our community. It's like, and also washing our hands right now is very important in our immune systems. So that's important too. Keep your immune systems up.
Yes.
And stay happy. Stay happy. No matter what's going on right now, no matter what's going on outside there, it's like you're in your own little magic bubble and you are creating the reality that you want to have. So if you believe you're going to get something, you will. If you believe you're not going to get something, you're not. So really keep your belief system strong in what you truly believe and what you want to create, because we are the master creators. And 2020 they've been telling me the whole time, 2020 is about we creating what we want now. So it's like breaking down the old and creating all this new that we want.
Now, when you are plugged in, per se, like you are for now, and we'll be doing readings, what sort of guides or spirits do you have around you helping you with this?
Well, that's interesting. I have everybody.
Okay. Can you name a few?
Actually, I don't have a lot of names anymore. Back in the beginning, I had names for everybody, but now it's just like I shoot up to the highest information. It's like when I connect into my higher self, I don't need names. Names are not important, at least in my energy work. As long as the vibration feels it's coming from the highest vibration, because that's where we want to feel the vibration come from. And you can tell when you're talking. You can tell the vibration is like, coming right down at you. So, but there are guides that actually step in once in a while, and people that do. I mean, I have Jesus that comes. I have Archangel Michael. That's a big one that comes in. Especially when I'm reading for clients, sometimes he'll like show up behind them and he'll be like guarding them or whatever. So I do have them. They do show themselves when it's important for the reading. But most times when I'm channeling this information, it's not important because it's coming from the highest and best information, because part of what we're here to do is to channel the truth. And that's what I feel like. It's taken a long time to figure that out, but that's what I do.
So you're more than just connecting to loved ones. You are channeling information for that client's better good. Or
correct. Empowerment. Okay. I like to call it their empowerment, to empower them to move forward. Because if you think about this lifetime, we've all gone through some kind of trauma, drama, or whatever, right? And we hold on to that, right? So I can usually recognize what's going on in someone's life and be like, hey, you need to drop that like a rock, and, so you can expel, so you can move forward, because I see you in forward movement. This is what could happen if you get rid of this. So there's a lot of information like that too. Well,
let's get started. Let's see how this process works for you. It's very intriguing to me. So let's see who we have here. Oh, hello from Joanne Leo, watching on YouTube. Hi, Joanne. Let me see. We have Laura Romero on here.
Oh, Laura's here
host of Angels and Healing Light Show. We have Linnell, who's been on I Don't Watch TV, and I'm not sure I'm into chatting about it. Okay. But you would like you would like a message. So we have Laura, Linnell, Goldylocks Productions, Linnell, blah, blah, blah. We have Joanne Leo out in the audience. We have me out in the audience. And I think and we have Tiffany out in the audience. So I think as soon as you start rolling, questions are going to pop up. So pick somebody.
All right. Oh, there's YouTube viewers too. So throw some names of those out there too. That's awesome. All right. Let's see. Let's see. All right. I'll go with Linnell then. Okay.
Okay. Good choice.
Okay. So, all right, Linnell. I feel like something's like happened in the last couple of days, and you've had like this expansion in your heart chakra is what it's feeling like. So there's more love that's starting to flow out of you. You're starting to get out of your fear mode is what they're showing me. It's like there's this forward movement. I feel like I'm jumping out of my heart and I'm moving forward. So I feel like this is going to like, and almost I feel like I'm talking sign language. So I feel like there's some kind of light language going on with that too. So there's a lot of different energy stuff that's happening for you right now. Just know this is to help expand you. If you can feel that, let us know, because I mean, they're like doing, I don't know what they're doing. They just do it. I hope you feel that. They're going to keep doing this for a minute. I don't know what this is for you, Linnell, but they are opening you up. Whoa, like open locks and keys. Oh, yeah, the hand and finger thing. Yeah, that's it. I don't even know what all this means, but that's what they're doing. So okay. I hope you can feel that, Linnell.
Wow. Let's see.
Yeah, that's one of the funny things about me too, is you never know what I'm going to do. I mean, because energetically, they kind of like walk in, step in, if that's what you want to call it. Melissa's still kind of here, but that's why my hand won't stop moving. There's a lot of energy being moved around tonight, people. So I don't know what's going on, but I hope you guys feel it. It started today with a whole different feeling.
Yeah, the hand, Linnell is replying, yes, the hand and finger thing. It started today with a whole different feeling. Was she having an issue, or her hand just moves with energy?
I think the energy is just starting to move through her. So once we finally really start to connect in with that energy, just like I'm doing right now, it's your hands start to do different things. It could actually happen when you're in meditation. You could start to feel your fingers start to wiggle and move. You could start to feel parts of your body, really incorporate parts of your higher self in. And I feel like she's also an energy worker. She's a healer of some sort. So I feel like this is coming in to help her with her healing journey. And to help others, of course.
Very nice. And the light language, can you talk to us about that light language? Is it a specific, coded messages, or how does that work for you?
Well, I don't understand it 100% yet. I don't even understand it 50% yet. I don't even understand it 25% yet because my human brain doesn't allow that yet. But when I know that things start taking place, it's just like when I'm doing energy work or I'm doing Reiki over somebody, and all of a sudden they start like moving things and they start pulling things out. Okay. So the same thing is with light language. It's helping you remember who you really are. Ooh, yeah, we should check into that. You know what I mean? So it's like that. It's, I don't know how to explain it, but it makes sense to energetically. So I hope that was helpful.
Yeah, you know, I've heard some strange. I interviewed a gal, and I really shouldn't say this because I can't remember her name now. It'll come to me later. Very well known healer from Hawaii, and she starts getting. She just took off on a wing and a prayer, moved to California, then moved to Hawaii. Didn't know anybody. Went out there, wanted to redo her life. Was living out of her car, I think. And she started getting what she refers to as this sound therapy. She makes this sound. It's like a dolphin. Like this comes into her. And I wish I'll have to post her name on my Facebook or something or my website because she was, I can't remember her name now. It's terrible. But I will do that because she's really exciting to watch. And she has a couple of books. But when you hear, she actually did it on the show. I interviewed her. And she actually made this sound, and it sounds like a dolphin underwater. So is that a language that's channeled or?
Yes. It's also a language. It's also the vibration. It's also a frequency. There's a lot of different ways that you can look at it. You know what I'm saying? So, because I noticed that there's a lot of other people that are starting to do a lot of the vibrational stuff from their own voices and stuff. That's part of how we used to communicate in the long ago anyways, and telepathically. So we're kind of incorporating, and as I say that, I can feel we're pulling that up from the heart chakra through our throat for better communication, right? So we can communicate this way. We can communicate through that tone or that frequency that we're throwing out there, because even sometimes when I channel, my voice will change a little bit for a different frequency that the people need. And I don't recognize it, but other people can. And sometimes I can when I watch the playback because it's important how that comes out to the people to help them.
Now, Linnell is saying that she said it's for the surroundings and that she does the tones as well. So she means tones like musical, like a musical note sound or that kind of thing. And so that's, hi Kavita. Is that those sounds are for healing, vibrational healing, like, is that what you're saying?
And also memory, right? Because we were born in this human body and we had to relearn everything, right? Our soul self kind of got tucked away somewhere until our later years, like you and I, right? It took us until we were later until we tapped into our abilities, right? And now the young ones are like, bam, they're in it right now. So we're still remembering more of our more spiritual higher self as we're uncovering through all these tones, the codes that come through in numbers and frequencies and all that stuff. So it helps change it on so many different levels.
Yes, like when it starts getting into megahertz and stuff like that, you lost me. But I understand the concept. I understand there's different tones, different things. It's like color. There's a certain color for certain things. There's a certain tone, or a note for certain things. Kavita, how are you? Kavita is very excited. Would love any messages from her guides and angels tonight, Melissa.
All right, let's see, Kavita. Kavita. All right. I feel like something exciting is happening for you right now, Kavita. I feel like there's this new excitement. There's this new surprise going on for you. They're showing me like things are getting switched up, which is not a bad thing because I felt like I just had a Rubik's Cube in my hand. So it's like you're moving things around so everything matches and looks right just for you. So I feel like you're getting ready to take this big step. I also felt like you just walked away from fear, like you totally just left it behind you finally and just said, I'm not going to carry around that weight anymore. And now it's like I see you just moving forward. There's also a new relationship coming. I feel like there's this I'm not
Ooh.
sure if it's romantic or if it's going to be a friendship, but I definitely feel like there's this new friendship relationship coming, and it's coming very soon because I feel like-minded tribe, soul sisters, soul brothers, soul families are definitely coming together right now. And I feel like that's happening for you. And they just gave me goosebumps. So it's going to happen a lot quicker than you probably think it is. So woohoo! Be excited about that.
Wow. What do you think of that, Kavita? Drop us a note. She's saying, oh, here's Sarah. Linnell is saying, yeah, yay. And we're waiting for Kavita to give you some confirmation on that. Kavita says, yes, very exciting. So exciting. Let's see. We have Sarah on here as well. Do you have a message for Joanne Leo watching on YouTube?
Joanne Leo. All right. Hold on. Let me tap into that.
Are you familiar with her?
Yes, we've met. I met you guys at the same event. I haven't seen you guys pretty much since then, except this way. But all right, let me tap into. All right, Joanne. All right, Joanne. So for you, honey, I feel like there is a little bit of rocky road happening right now, but everything's gonna like level out a little bit. That it had to get rocky so that you'd understand the level, if that makes sense. But there's also some changes coming for you, and they're going to be good change. They're showing me that you're starting to expand, or you're going to expand with your business, or you're going to do something outside your normal box. I feel like you're ready to turn up the knob. You're ready to turn up the volume on that. And you're, woo! They're giving you like 2 thumbs up. So get out of your fear box, because there's still a little bit of one there, even though you may not recognize it, but it's like, just move forward. You've got this. You're being fully supported. Don't let anything hold you back. So I hope that was helpful, Joanne.
Beautiful. Great message. Let me see. Who do you feel next? How about Sarah? She's on here quite a bit.
All right, Sarah.
Yeah, I think she watches your show too.
Yeah, she's caught me on my show. All right, let's see. All right. So again, for Sarah, I feel like you're ready to move. Like it's time. I feel like you're like the jack in the box, and the pressure's getting to be too hot, and it's going to shoot you out where you need to go. So just know that there's change coming, and you're going to move. And so, woo, ready to go. And also there's a lot of new avenues. I'm seeing like there's these lots of new opportunities in front of you. So please explore them. They're a little outside your norm, whatever that is, but they're outside of that. So they're wanting you to explore that. This is also to help you expand. And this is also about the year about you creating what you want. So it's the place where you want to live. It's the job you want to have. It's everything, the love life, everything. They want you to go all out, and don't hold yourself back, because sometimes you hold yourself back. And they just want you forward.
That's a great message, Sarah. What do you think of that? Kavita is replying to you, Melissa. She said, I did let go of fear, Melissa. So that's
yay! I'm excited.
Good. Joanne got her message. She said she's ready.
Good. Go for it, girl.
Sarah has to say about, we'll get a little feedback from her. And we got Linnell already. We did Kavita, Linnell.
Laura's on here.
Oh, Laura's on here. Yeah, I'm sure Laura would love a message.
Oh, Laura. Laura. Let's see. What can I add for Laura? All right. There's a party going on. Woo! They're very excited because it's almost going to feed off the message that I gave you yesterday. It's like you are going much higher, and it's almost like I have to add today, like I was in my atmosphere, that the message that she gave me on Tuesday, and you were right there with me. So it's like you are helping gather the light workers, the people in your tribe, to help them bring them to that atmosphere, if that makes sense. So you're gathering them up. I feel like you're the gatherer right now, and you're helping them take them to that new atmosphere, that new level of understanding, spiritual truth and all that stuff. And it's cool because they're showing me as a spiral up. So it's going to be fun. Because if it was just straight up, it'd be like, well, that was kind of boring. So we get to like watch it happen. Now it's like this corkscrew they're showing me. So enjoy the ride.
Oh, that's pretty. That sounds very positive there and progressive, I would say. Very
Yes.
good, Laura. And
Well,
Laura's mom is on here too. Are you familiar with Irene?
no, I've
She's like,
never met her mom. She's
oh,
on
she's
here
like,
too.
yeah, she's the number one fan, I think, on Goldylocks Productions. Is Laura Rivera's
Oh,
mother, Irene?
and she's on
Oh,
Crowdcast with
sure.
us. I didn't see her name, but I can
Yeah,
tap in for her. All
she's
right.
down here
Okay. Perfect.
in the people.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, I didn't see that. I'll look in the people. So Irene, let's see what we got for you. So Irene, you're just supposed to be enjoying life right now. You're just supposed to be like kicking back
Yeah.
and having fun, and really just like enjoying life. They just want to keep saying that, enjoying life. You've been through a lot of stuff in this lifetime, and they just want you to chill out. They just want you to have fun. They want you to stop worrying because you like to worry a little bit still, and they want you to stop that. That's really not going to be helpful for you. So they're wanting you to let go. And I also feel like there's a move in the future for you too. So just know that there's going to be some movement for you, and it's all going to be for the best because I feel like it's going to be a better living arrangement for everybody. And
Wow.
just cool. It's just going to be fun. So have fun, Irene.
That sounds really good. Let me just mention your website again. IamMelissaParks.com is Melissa's website, which is lovely. And you can book your appointments through there or give her a call. Her information is on there. So you can book appointments with Melissa. Are you still, what venues are you at in town? What are you
I
doing
work strictly out of home right now. I'm working
Okay.
out of home right now, so I can do phone readings. If you're local, you can come to my house and sit at my lanai with me. If not, with this whole virus scare, everything can be done by phone, video chats, just like this now. So yeah, I'm strictly out of home, and I'll be doing a couple events coming up. The Crystal Cave is having a psychic fair next Friday night. I'll be at that. And then on April 4th, I'll be doing a channeling event, Conversations with Spirit, with Caroline and Paul Crawford.
Crawford, yes.
Yes, with them. And Joellen will be doing, Bravasso will be doing Sound Bowl. So it'll be a whole day of like
Wow, very
channeling
nice.
messages and stuff. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Oh, that sounds really nice. Caroline Crawford, I had never met her before, and she gave me a reading. And a friend of mine that I thought had passed, she had lung cancer, and I thought maybe she had passed, but she was very private and really didn't want anybody to know anything. So I just got the sense that she had passed. And I looked on social media, and everything was pulled off. And without prompting, Caroline came through and said, "Your friend is here." It starts with an A. She might even have said her name, Arlene. And we've been in contact from the spirit world to hear quite a bit. So she's been a great, it was so wonderful to get that confirmation because I really didn't know. She's a great reader too. And
yeah, she is.
That's great. That sounds like a very interesting. And what date is that? April?
That's going to be April 4th at the Center of Metaphysical Fellowship.
Good. That sounds very interesting. I hope people in the area will make a point of going to that. What else did I want to ask you? Now, you're not using, you said initially you used cards, you used tarot and a few other things. And then you walked into this or moved into this channeling thing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And later in life, you mentioned later in life.
I didn't start doing all this until I was like in my early 40s.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't know that I could channel. I didn't know that I knew what I knew, really. I kind of felt it. But then when I started going to the spiritual churches and going to spiritual classes, I'm like, oh, and it's really easy. It just comes. You know what I mean? I had this one gentleman in town tell me that it's like this little vortex. I'm like a vortex that goes up, and I just reach out and grab whatever information I need. It's all just right there. And that's the best way for me to describe it. It's just like, I see it, I grab the information, I give it to the people.
Awesome. So are you like on all the time, or do you set time with spirit? Do you say, okay, I'm doing diapers right now, or taking Christopher to...
I am on 24/7. I feel disconnected when I'm not, so my information is always there. When I shut myself down, there are days that I need to just shut down. There are days that I need rest, but it's important for us as light workers to keep our energy as high as possible to help everything that's going on. It's like if you see it as a little light grid going on, right? And all us light workers need to be lit up, right? But we all need some down days, right? Because we stay lit up all the time. We're like, we need some rest. And especially life circumstances will make that happen too. But it's important that we start standing in that light all the time. And we have to learn how to incorporate it all the time, bring balance between our higher self and our human self. So it doesn't feel all wonky, because sometimes it feels wonky when we're like, woo, you know, all in that high vibration.
Yeah.
But they want us to stay more in that high vibration now, especially now more than anything, with everything that's going on right now.
What's your opinion? Do you work with earthbound spirits, or...
I can. I do.
Do you do
I can clear houses of ghosts and earthbound relatives that may be sticking around, or sometimes other things that shouldn't be here.
And is it ever frightening for you? Do you find it frightening?
My very first time was kind of frightening, but I was kind of thrown into it. I don't know if I'll share it, but all I know is when it started happening and I knew that something had to take place, it was like Archangel Michael stepped inside of me, and it wasn't me anymore. Okay. Because I was saying things like, you know, that I wouldn't say. Or talk in ways that I wouldn't talk, being very forceful with this entity, because it was very resistant. So yeah, but no, not now. It doesn't, because now I understand so much more of it. The fear-based is something that's human, because we do this in our spiritual self on the other side all the time. So it's our human self that was like, oh my God, da, da, da. But we don't really need to be scared, because we're protected by the light now. So. And when you do feel like you're scared, I always bubble up, and I look like Glenda the Good Witch in the Wizard of Oz in my pink translucent bubble.
Yeah.
This works awesome. So I'm in traffic. Please use this in Sarasota right now, people. There's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, the traffic is we're not used to this, except in winter, in season, which it is now.
Exactly.
And but it's starting to be more and more all year, and it's kind of annoying because we were spoiled, you know. But you can't go any place after 2 o'clock in town. From 2 to 6, forget it, because it's gridlock. I don't know what's going on. But that's a very good hint. Thank you for that bubble. I love the Wizard of Oz, so I can picture that beautifully. Yes. Beautifully. What? Let me see. What else can I ask about? What kind? Let me be selfish. I am the host of In the Psychic Flow. So, and Melissa's my guest. I'm going to pick her brain and ask her for a message for myself.
Well, that's good, because they wanted me to give one about 10 minutes ago, but you kept talking. Okay. So they were like, well, wait. And I was like, okay. So you were listening. So that's awesome, because they weren't going to let you go without a message, because I feel it's very important that you open up your heart some more right now, because there's lots of things that are changing for you right now. And this is going to help expand that light outside of your house, it's going to they're showing me this ripple effect washing out of your house. I also feel like you're going to make some new connections spiritually too, because they say you've been hanging out on a plateau for a little bit, and it's time for you to go up a little bit. So I feel like you're ready to jump some levels too, just as all the rest of us light workers are. It's like we're all on the cliff and we're like, jump, and we got it. And they're giving me goosebumps. So it's like you are ready to connect even higher than you even believe is imaginable. And you're also more powerful. So they're also saying that you're a powerful manifester. So use that power to manifest the things that you desire in your life. And I also feel like there's going to be a new relationship for you as well. Somewhere towards summer, fall, I feel like there's going to be a new love interest, just someone to break up the monotony, someone that you can spend your time with. I don't feel like you guys are going to jump into marriage or anything, but there's going to be a little bit of companionship. But it's also someone that's on a spiritual level that needs to learn from you as much as you need to learn from them. So it's going to be a give and take relationship.
Can he cook?
You guys are going to have to work that out.
Is he handy, with
I feel like he is. I feel like he is very handy, and I feel like he's definitely taller than you. And I feel like he's kind of like the fix-it guy, and he's not one that can like sit still. You know what I mean? He's not just kick back watching TV with the clicker or anything. He likes to get out and do things. He's not a sit still kind of person. So it's someone that you need in your life, and also he is very good with dogs, so that'll be good too.
Oh, good. Thank you very much. Yes, I need a Mr. Fix-It. That's what I need.
We all do.
Around here, yeah. I almost broke my neck trying to hang my bug zapper outside today. I'm just so short.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, and I just throw the stool out there, and the next thing I know, I'm like, and I'm like,
okay.
It doesn't. You don't have to fall far to hurt yourself,
No, you do not.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm like clinging to the vines out there. And, and the vines are kind of going and I'm kind of going. I'm like, God, I really could use a Mr. Fix-It around here. But anyway.
Yeah, so then you're asking, you shall receive.
Beautiful, beautiful. How about, let me see, you got anything for Tiffany? Anything that you can say on the air that's clean? That's easy?
Tiffany. I don't know, Tiffany. No, I'm just kidding. They want to joke around a little bit with Tiffany. She can handle it. Okay, so Tiffany. Ooh, okay. So I'm not sure what you're doing, but they're very happy about it because you're getting the big claps. You're getting lots of applause. And it's kind of weird because they don't want me to stop it. So I'm going to have to put my hands down so they'll make me stop. But there's a lot of applause. There's a lot of exciting things taking place for you. I feel like things are getting switched up a little bit for you too. I feel like either routines are going to change or schedules are going to change. Something's going to change in that manner. And it's not going to be a bad thing. It's actually going to work to your benefit because you're learning how to prioritize your time a little bit more. And they're saying organization is working for you too. And this is all going to play out. See how all these circles are going? And I feel like I'm a disc jockey now. Playing your tunes because I feel like you're getting ready to restructure is what they said. That's the word. Your key word is restructure. Restructure, Tiffany. Hope that was helpful, dear.
She said, thanks so much for that, sweetie. She said, thank you, Melissa. What do you think is coming? Is there like a matrix out there? In trance sessions, I've seen a matrix above, this particular building, but I'm sure it's everywhere. I just got a little glimpse.
Okay.
For light workers, are they connecting to a matrix up there, or are they connecting to a consciousness? When you say light workers working together, is there a common consciousness that they're connected to, all of them, or?
Yes. The best way to probably describe that is Christ consciousness, right? Standing in the love, standing in that vibration. So yeah, if you can start to see that above a building, right, that means that your vision is starting to get better. You're able to see outside of just the normal things that we can see in front of us. You're starting to see the colors. You're starting to see the auras around the trees. You may be stepping in and being able to see energetically how everything is made. There's a lot of different things that we can see on an energy level. And more people are becoming more aware of this. They're starting to understand it more.
Beautiful. Do you have to devote a certain amount of time each day to sending out healing or energy, peace, or love?
Well, I do it whenever I think about it because I could just be driving along and passing the water and I'll shoot out a bunch of love over at the water, right? Or I'll be driving by a gas station and a man will be pumping his gas and he'll be all bent over and I'll be like, is it okay if I send that man energy? I'll ask the higher self always first. And they'll say, sure. So I'll like shoot it out. Sometimes I'm at the stoplight and they have me sit like this at the light because then my heart chakra's wide open at the whole intersection. Sometimes they have me want to go anchor light. I anchored light about 2-3 weeks ago now, all the way from South Lido, all the way to the tip of Anna Maria, and then all the way back because that's just what they told me I needed to do that day. I had to go out there and do it. And that's what I did. So I just listen. It doesn't always make sense to my human self, but energetically, I know I'm always doing something.
Okay. So there must have been something going on there. Or
there's been a lot of stuff going on. Actually, the day before that, I had already done Siesta Key and Casey Key. So that weekend, I had done all the way from Nokomis all the way up into Bradenton. So maybe I was helping prepare for what was coming. I don't know. Honestly, I can't. If someone picks up on it, let me know.
Beautiful. I love that you, it is my personal belief that you get an opportunity to work with spirit, like spirit kind of throws their business card down, and some people will walk past it and other people will stop and pick it up out of curiosity. But, once you do that, I don't want to make it scary, but they got you,
They got
they've
you.
got you now. And, there are days that you kind of rail at them like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And the next thing you know, you're doing it. I find I'm like, stop, I'm not doing that today. And the next thing you know, you're doing it.
Yes.
Whatever it is. And it has certainly changed my life. And it certainly sounds like it's changed your life around. Would you say that you are grateful this happened? Can you imagine not having this gift now? Can you imagine?
I am the happiest I have ever been in my entire life by doing this work. And I have goosebumps right now as I tell you that. And I fought this tooth and nail because I thought I had to have a real job. I thought I had to do, the normal human stuff. And now that I've learned that that's not true, I just have to do this. This is my job. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I have never been happier. And it makes everybody else happy. When you learn to start using your abilities, you feel happier, right? Don't you, Carolan? Don't you feel better by all this? I mean, woo, it makes you feel great. And when you're all lit up like this, it's hard to go to sleep because you're vibrating for hours. You're like, I need to go to bed.
Yes, no, I'm very grateful for the opportunity to do this and to work with families. I'm very, very, and Linnell is saying, I'm so happy she did it as well, ditto, and she's happy crying now. So, and a few of them have goosebumps, shoulders too, and her ears are humming. So she must be really vibrating, apparently.
She's vibrating. You're feeling the energy, girl. Woo!
Yeah,
good for you.
According to what now, what do people in your personal life think of this?
Well, it's actually kind of funny. My ex-husband now calls me and is like, hey, can you get out your rock? I have a question. Just one question, almost daily. I'm like, I'm going to start charging you. But my brothers are kind of opening up to it too. My kids are definitely open to it. All my friends are definitely open to it now. In the beginning, there was a lot of resistance. Like, you're crazy. You're a fraud. That's one of the things my brother used to tell me. But I was like, how can I be a fraud? I don't even know these people. It's not like I can look up information. It's like, I'm getting a name right now. It's like, I don't have time to Google them. It's like just information that just flows. So they're being more open to it for sure.
Well, I think you've set such a beautiful example that they can't help but be impressed by the people that you help and your dedication to as a light worker. I mean, that's a dedication to helping our community and other spiritual folks or people get on a spiritual path or to feel the love. It's very generous of you to give that. The last thing I would be thinking, at this point, at a traffic light is opening my heart chakra. That's like the last thing I'm thinking.
No, you're actually thinking something with the hand.
Yes, or I'm wishing that I had a bigger truck. Always wanted a Hummer so I could like plow over people.
Need one of those like train.
Now that I'm retired, there's really no reason for me to feel that, I got to get someplace. I don't need to get any place fast. So I have to tell myself, you're not in a rush. Just take it easy. It's all good. You don't have to go to work. It's so nice.
Exactly.
I'm really enjoying that part of it and being able to do my business full time. So I'm really enjoying that. Once again, I'm going to hit Melissa's website here. I am melissaparks.com. If you can think of a better title than that for a website, please contact me. I think that is the best marketing thing I have ever heard. I think it's beautiful.
I thank you. Well, melissaparks.com was already gone. So I was like, I am melissaparks.com.
Okay. And when you have your clients, where are they from? Are they from all over?
They're from all over. This week has been California people. So I get phone calls from everywhere. So, it doesn't matter what country you're in. I have done people in Iceland, Germany, all over. Canada, lots of Canada.
Right.
They're down here now.
Yes, yes. Thank God they're down here because
I know.
and they're not afraid. They're down here on vacation. They want their readings. So
They
like,
do. And they
yep.
call you right up and be like, I'm here. I want to see you.
Yes, yes.
And
I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah,
so that's beautiful. Thank God for the Canadians, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're not afraid of this flu stuff or this virus. They're not afraid of this at all.
No, I
They're
don't
like,
think
we're going
so.
on vacation. So good for you. It's nice to be in season. And I'm glad. I know that the virus is impacting entertainment, basketball games, baseball games, church services, all kinds of different celebrations. And that is a shame. So I'm glad it's not affecting us too bad. I guess in times of crisis, people need a spiritual advisor or whatever you want to call yourself, right?
Well, I've always said that we are going to be the calm in the storm. And it's funny because when I first wrote my email for March, I called it March Madness, not just because of the basketball stuff, but I knew things were going to get crazy. I didn't know how crazy, but somewhere in the back of my head, and part of that was like, we need to be the calm in the storm. So we can't panic. We can't freak out. We just have to be like, all right, just go with the flow of everything that's happening. Take care of ourselves, take care of those around us, and we will all get through this together.
Beautiful. Well said. How do you feel as a parent? Are you worried as a parent? You have a young son. How do you feel?
No, because one they're saying that this virus is more going after old people rather than younger people. So, and I clean my house every day, so I'm always wiping the doorknobs down because I have boys. They get stuff on everything. It's like, oh my God. So, I'm constantly cleaning up after them. And then, now I'm extra careful. Wash your hands, so.
Yeah. What are some of your goals for the end of this year and next year? What do you see yourself doing?
I have no idea. I'm kind of going forward like this right now. And I know I'm following the right path. So when those opportunities show up in front of me, I'll know exactly what they are. But I don't have any expectations of where I should be by the end of this year. I know that I'm following God's plan, and his plan is better than my plan. So
is there, I kind of get the word book written out here for you. So I don't know if it's going to be channeled material. I can't ignore it anymore because it keeps going in front of my face. So I'm like, okay.
No, perfect. Actually, I have a book being written right now. I have about 5 years of automatic writing that I channeled, being transcribed into the computer to become a book. So that should be done definitely by the end of this year.
Great. And what sort of individuals approach you to be channeled? What spirit, who in spirit is linking up with you?
Who wakes up with me?
Yeah, like who would be in your book? Not wakes up, links up.
Okay, let's see who would be some of them. When I was proofreading some of it, let's see, I remember some names. My gatekeeper, her name is Helena. She looks like this Egyptian lady. Archangel Michael will definitely be in the book a lot, because he shows up a lot in my writings. I remember running into, I had normal people named Joe, and I was always disappointed by the normal names. I was like, where's the weird names? I've had Ezekiel come to me. I've had Jesus come to me in the writings. There's a bunch of people that come to me in those different writings, and the energy comes through. And the thing the cool thing about it is the lady that's transcribing it for me, she can feel the energy as she types it. Sometimes it comes in so strong she can't type anymore. She's like, has to go back to it later. So just know that the energy that flows from those words and the vibration is also healing and helping people to move forward. Because a lot of it has a lot of my personal life in it, because I'm like, hey, why is this happening? So you guys get some personal dirt on me too.
Well, it's kind of it's healing for other people too. They're going through, if there's something similar in their life, how you got through this particular trauma or situation. It's kind of a teaching and an inspiration for everybody else, I would say. Is that the point of your channeling? Is that why you're interested in presenting it to the public?
I never wanted to present any of this to the public. I was the shy person. I sat at the back of the room and never said anything. I was the observant one. I never said anything.
Okay.
Once I started talking this spirit stuff, they won't let me shut up. Okay. It's like, I was afraid to stand up in front of people. And just like when you learn how to do platform readings, right?
Yeah.
Your heart is doing this, and now it's just like, hey, do you want a message? I'll just clean it, so now that I just connect in, I know this is part of my purpose. So there's nothing that's going to stop this from flowing. You know what I mean? Because if I do, I'm going to put some kind of block in front of me, and it's not going to help me, and it's not going to help humanity. So.
Well, I feel like the other thing that I'm seeing, if I may,
Absolutely, read me, girl, read me.
I'm getting these like CDs or MP3. I think they mean MP3 like recordings of you. So I don't know. Now Jimmy Mack on the Jimmy Mack Healing Show has a wide variety of these recordings, and people are very interested in buying them, for certain purposes. So I kind of feel that as well, because the information that you're getting is so important, and that people need to hear this. So I like audiobooks. When I was working, I was medical records. I did a lot of scanning. So I would just like put my headphones on and be scanning and listening to either inspirational books or a novel or something. Kind of kept my mind busy while I was doing this. And I could, if people enjoy walking with headphones on to listen to a story or something motivational that they can download, I think is really the way people are going. So I feel like little snippets. They're showing me CDs, but I think what they really mean is downloadable stuff for people.
Right. So turning my book into an audiobook then.
Oh,
so
definitely.
Making my book into an audiobook too. That's cool, because I can speak my own stuff. That would work.
Yes. And I feel like, you could even break if things are like in chapters, if it's Michael, then maybe it's messages from Michael, or maybe it's, Jesus says, or whatever, and it could be, you can take that section, because I think people will be very interested in what you have to say or what's coming through you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Now, do you feel physically, what is this channeling? Explain to our listeners what channeling feels like for you.
Okay,
and what it does for you.
I can do it in two different ways. Like right now, I'm doing it as just a channel. The information just flows through me, and Melissa kind of steps back. If I go into a deep trance, I can just close my eyes. I kind of leave. The entity kind of steps in. They use my hands. They change my voice. They do a little bit of different stuff. And I learned how to do that first. To trance channel, to get into that deep space and kind of like back out. You know what I mean? It was kind of like sitting at a table, a couple of tables away at a restaurant, where you can kind of hear what's going on, but you're really not there. This way, Melissa kind of knows more of what's going on and doesn't have to step back. The information still flows through that needs to come through.
Right. So our listeners understand that the channeling to me is always the first phase before trance, which would be a deeper state and more of an altered state.
Right. Way altered, because I wouldn't be here at all. I would be like, and they would still use my hands, because I just did it for my class a couple weeks ago, and I hadn't done it in a while. And it was kind of like speed dating. They were like all excited to come through. So there were like these 5 people that came through all at once and my mother-in-law over here, she'd never seen me do it like that. She saw me when I was just learning, and I was very calm now. And now I just like, woo, and they're doing all their stuff.
So you mentioned a class. Are you teaching a class? Were you participating?
I teach a class on Monday nights called Joyful Findings. It has the same name as my show, and I teach it right here on my lanai for about 6 to 10 people, and it's about them learning how to use their abilities. And I'll just make up stuff sometimes. Like last week, we did charging of energy into each people, because I knew that was going to be important for whatever reason, and just making them start using their abilities. I'll throw pop quizzes at them. I'll be like, hey, here's a piece of paper. Can you read the energy off that? And then they do, and then they're like, I didn't know I could do that. And, so it's a lot of fun.
Great. That's great, because the more people that are aware of the work and find their purpose, it doesn't always have to be doing readings or psychometry or teaching or channeling. It doesn't have to be. It could be spirit art. It could be finding lost things. It could be could be writing a book. It could be a multitude of gifts hidden inside us. That's what I love about this work.
Yeah.
It's so exciting, you know, because if life is just 9 to 5, that job or the same rote all the time makes life very boring. But to find out that you have an innate spiritual ability, I think it's a godsend that we need to be woken up and use. You know, it makes life so much richer. Don't you agree?
It does. That's why everyone needs to wake up and start using their abilities. That's what we're here to help you do, is wake them up so you can start using them. So we're all using them.
I had one more. I have another person on here, I think.
Okay.
Who was that? Selena.
All right. Selena from YouTube. I see it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's tap in for Selena.
Let's see what she's got.
All right, Selena, whatever you're walking away from or whatever you're getting away from, whatever heavy weights you're carrying on your shoulders right now, just take, it's almost like I'm carrying a backpack. I want you just to take the backpack off, give the people back their stuff. It doesn't belong to you. This is going to help you move along much more freely. There's a lot of belief systems and other things in this backpack that no longer serve you. So just put it down. Just put it down and see how much lighter you feel so you can start to move forward. I also feel like you have this new opening. There's this new, not just in your abilities, because I feel like you're already practicing with them, but this is going to be like new life opportunities. I feel like there's a new job. There's a new transition coming for you, whether you're moving positions. There's like, it has, maybe it's more of a job because they're saying positions rather than housing. So I feel like there's a step up for you. So I think there's going to be a lot of new movement for you moving forward through the rest of March and into April. There's a lot of things you're letting go of. I feel like you're cleaning house. There's a lot of spring cleaning going on. And then that's going to make way for this new clean chapter that you're really starting for yourself.
Wow. Beautiful message. Very, very nice. Good call. She's saying, I also want to ask you, who is this Christopher? Is it Christopher or Christopher? That's not your son.
Christopher is my son. He showed up on that show on the, on our spiritual squares there we had. My 4.5-year-old, he's going on 5 in July. He is my little angel baby because I also have a 15-year-old and they're 11 years apart. And I had Christopher at 44 years old.
Wow.
And he really wanted to be here because he is part of the ascension process of whatever we're changing. He kind of takes over for us when we're done. So somehow I contracted to have another child in this life, and that little guy is here to help. And that's why he shows up on my show sometimes. And whatever he has to say is very important. Like yesterday, he talked about water, which made something, then I made the water blessing or whatever. He'll bring in a transformer and I'll be like, all right, we're transforming. See, he always has something that goes along with it because he is very connected. Very, very, very connected.
You have one other child besides Christopher?
Yes.
William. Are they both connected to spirit in some way?
William is also connected. He won't admit it as much. Christopher, being so small, will do it. William is a little bit more hesitant, but even when he was younger and I first started doing all this Reiki stuff, I was like, and I came home from a Reiki treatment, I was like, could you see who was at the end of my table? And I go, just close your eyes and just tap in for a second and see. And he closed them and he goes, an angel. And I go, very good, very correct. Because I did see an angel at the end of my table. So he can, if he wants to, he just has to choose to.
That's beautiful. I'm so glad that he is able to acknowledge that. Isn't that beautiful? And then somehow we mess it up and lose that part. Then we have to reconnect again. But wow, that is beautiful. Selena said, wow, thank you so much for that beautiful message, Melissa.
Oh, you're welcome.
Very, very happy. Everybody is really enjoying their messages. I am melissaparks.com. Check out that website. Melissa has a couple events coming up, so please catch her in Sarasota if you are in the area. It's been a pleasure having you on, Melissa. We really enjoyed you. It's a unique ability of mix of channeling, a little house cleaning, a little spirit house cleaning, a little bit of everything, teaching, guide, light worker. I love it. You're everything all rolled up into one. So thank you.
That's the best way to describe it.
We enjoyed having you. You're very high energy. And thanks for joining us on In the Psychic Flow. Thank you, everyone, YouTube included, for joining us tonight. Until next time, thank you, Melissa.
Thank you. Bye-bye.